Hello students, today we are going to discuss negative and interrogative sentences of active and passive voice in simple present tense. So first we will learn the structure of negative sentences. For negative sentences, first we have to write down object, then form of be, that is or am or are. Is used with he, she, it and with singular subjects. Am is used with I and are is used with we, you, they and with plural subjects. After writing form of we have to write down not, then third form of the verb, then by and at last subject. Let's understand it through some examples. Look at first one. I don't write a letter. Don't is there. It means that is negative sentence. I is the subject, write verb and a letter is object. So first we have to write down object, that is a letter, then form of be is, then not, then third form of the verb written is the third form of write, then by and I will become here me. Look at next one. She doesn't love me. She is the subject, love verb and me is object. When we change the position, me will become I here. So I, with I we have to use am, then not, then third form of the verb loved, then by and she will become here her. They don't eat apples. They is the subject, eat verb, apples object. The first object apples, then form of be are, then not, then third form of the verb eaten, then by and they will become here them. Now look at next one. A gardener doesn't water the plants. A gardener, that is subject, water, that is verb and the plants object. First we have to write down object, the plants, then form of be are, then not, then third form of the verb watered, then by, then the subject a gardener. Now we will learn the structure for interrogative sentences. For interrogative sentences, first we have to write down form of be, that is, am or are, then object, then third form of the verb, then by, then subject and at last we have to write down question mark. Let's take some examples. Do I write a letter? I is the subject, write verb, then a letter is object. First we have to write down form of be, that is, then object a letter, then third form of the verb written, this is the third form of write, then by and I will become here me and at last question mark. Do they eat apples? They is the subject, eat verb, apples object. First for interrogative sentences we have to write down form of be, that is are, then object apples, then third form of the verb eaten. Eaten is a third form of eat, then by and they will become here them. Then at last question mark. Does Anuj write stories? Anuj is the subject, write verb, stories object. The first form of be are, then the object stories, then third form written, then by and at last Anuj, then question mark. Do you drive a car? You subject, drive verb, a car object. First we have to write down form of be is, then object a car, then third form driven is the third form of drive, then by, then the subject you. Students, I hope this is clear to you. Thank you.